It now seems that some fans may have missed some very important moments during the Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar match, and it has to do when Theory ran down to the ring and handed his Money in the Bank contract to the referee. Of course, Theory has been teasing for several weeks that he was going to cash in during the Last Man Standing match, and true to his word, he showed up during the match and began to tell the referee that he was cashing in. He went so far with the cash-in that he actually was handing the briefcase, which has the contract inside of it, over to the referee. And the referee was nodding his head, saying, "Okay, are you sure you want to do this?" "Yes, I want to do it," Theory said. And the referee seemed to be motioning that the cash-in was official. Usually when the cash-in is made official, the bell will ring. But because the match was in progress, this was not after the match. This was during the match. Many fans thought Theory would wait till after the match was over, but he decided to do it during the match. So did the bell need to ring? Did it not need to ring? According to the WWE rulebook, if you insert yourself into a match, the bell does not need to ring after you make the cash-in. So in some respects, everything happened according to the rulebook. Theory came down, referee said, "Okay, you're cashing in, we're going to make this a triple threat." But just as the referee was accepting Theory's cash-in, Brock Lesnar came over, grabbed Theory, and then F5'd him, interrupting Theory's cash-in. And then to make matters worse, while Theory was down on the ground, Roman Reigns came over, took Theory's briefcase, and hit him with it. And many fans are now wondering, was Theory's cash-in successful? And there's many questions that go along with that. Does the cash-in count? Is Roman Reigns still the undisputed WWE Universal Champion? Or did Theory somehow win it? Did the cash-in actually happen? Well, according to WWE officials, the cash-in was never made 100% official. It was about to be, but Brock Lesnar interrupted it. And because of this, Theory never cashed in, even though he attempted to, and he still possesses the Money in the Bank contract, and he can still cash in. And this also means that Roman Reigns is 100% still the champion. Theory did not win the championship. Roman did not lose the championship. Brock didn't win the championship. It was somewhat confusing the way WWE did it, and many fans thought, oh, Theory used his cash-in, and it's over, it's done. He failed the cash-in, and now he can't try to cash in on Roman at a future date. He's lost the contract because he cashed in. Well, it turns out he never officially cashed in. He was close, but Brock interrupted the cash-in. So when it comes down to it, Theory's cash-in was not successful. The cash-in was never made official. So Theory still holds the Money in the Bank contract, and Roman Reigns still holds his championship. SummerSlam ended up being a very sad event for Becky Lynch. Unfortunately, Becky Lynch lost to Bianca Belair, and Bianca was able to retain her Raw Women's Championship. Becky did her best to try and win the match. However, during this match, Becky Lynch suffered a serious injury to her right shoulder. And you could see that towards the end of the match, Becky began to favor that right shoulder. She could barely move her right arm. It seemed that it was very painful, and many fans noticed that after the match came to an end, Becky Lynch was escorted through the crowd instead of the entranceway. And the rumor is that the reason why they escorted Becky through the crowd was to get her medical attention as soon as possible, because that was the quickest way to get her to the paramedics and the WWE doctors. And this shows how serious of an injury this is. And now fans are wondering, how bad is this injury and how long could she be gone from WWE? And just to show how long injuries can sometimes sideline you, a returning wrestler, Bayley, was gone from WWE for 1 year due to an injury. Now, Bayley's injury was a torn ACL, but with Becky Lynch, her right shoulder, I mean, if you can't move your shoulder, then you can't wrestle. And could it be a year? We don't know yet. All we know is that from what we saw on the pay-per-view, this looked to be a legit injury. Of course, sometimes wrestlers will pretend they are hurt as part of the script and sell an injury, but it's all fake. It's all part of the script. With this, insiders say that this was 100% real. And one reason fans want to see her back as soon as possible is because she teased at the end of this match that she was turning babyface and that she was now teaming with Bianca Belair. And you could see that even Bianca Belair herself had a very concerned look on her face as she looked at Becky Lynch and her injury. Bianca was obviously very sad that Becky had suffered a real injury during their match. But there's also worries about, will Becky ever be the same? And will she possibly have to retire or sit out for several months or several years? How serious is this injury? We don't know yet because this is a breaking news story. All we know is that Becky Lynch was taken to the doctor's area at the stadium where they treated her, and we don't know much information after that, but we do hope that Becky Lynch is able to return to WWE as soon as possible. What are your thoughts about Theory's cash-in not counting, and the fact that he'll be able to cash in on Roman Reigns at a future date? And what are your thoughts about the serious injury that Becky Lynch suffered during her match with Bianca Belair? Leave a comment below and give me your opinion. And don't forget to subscribe and click the bell notification so you are notified when we upload a new video.